Hello students. Today I will be starting with geography, chapter climate. Before starting, I would want you all to know what is weather and climate. Weather means conditions of atmosphere over a short period of time. Example, we say it is cloudy today or we say it is sunny today. On the other hand, climate means how the atmosphere behaves over a long period of time. We can consider seasons as part of climate. Now, to know a climate, we have to study the weather conditions of a particular region over a long period. In this chapter, we will be studying the climate of India, why there are seasons, and what reasons are there these seasons occur. India has a tropical monsoon type climate. It passes through the Tropic of Cancer, and the monsoons have a major effect on the climate. Now, we must consider why the monsoons have a major effect on the climate of India. India has a tropical monsoon type climate. Now, what is monsoon? Monsoon is a seasonal wind of the Indian Ocean and southern Asia, blowing from southwest in summer and from northeast in winter. Now, what are these monsoon winds? These winds that change direction according to seasons are called the seasonal winds. These are responsible for creating the seasons, different seasons which we... Hello students, we'll continue with the chapter climate. Now we'll see the reasons why there are climatic changes over India. First is the regional variations. Regional variations refer to different climates seen in different parts. Now, climatic conditions in the north part differ from that of Kerala, which is in the south. You must have noticed the northern part is much cooler than the southern part, which is very hot. Now, variations, these differences can be expressed in patterns of wind, temperature, wetness or dryness of a particular region. Other reason is temperature. We will notice different temperature in different places. For example, in Rajasthan, Barmer, it may record a temperature of 48 degrees or 50 degrees on a June day, while it hardly reaches 22 degrees at Gulmarg in Kashmir on the same day. So, the temperatures vary at different places during a particular period. Now we'll have a look at the factors that affect the climate of India. First, we come to the Himalayas. As you all know, Himalayas are the tallest range of mountains situated in the northern part of India. Now these mountains act as barriers for the winds that blow from the south. Himalayas act as barrier separating India from rest of Asia, and it also prevents the cold Siberian winds, and they also help southwest monsoon winds to shed rainfall in India. Now we'll talk about the monsoon winds. If you have a look at this map given in this, we see the southwest monsoon winds blowing from the southern. In this map we can see the southwest monsoon winds which originate from the southwest part. They carry moisture from Arabian Sea and the Bay of Bengal and bring rain in the subcontinent that lies in the rain shadow region of Himalayas. So it is left dry. Southwest monsoon winds start retreating by the end of summer They bring rain to the eastern coastal regions. During winter, the northwest monsoon winds blow from Bay of Bengal. They originate in Mongolia and northwest China. These winds carry cold and dry winds. They join the trade winds, carry moisture from Bay of Bengal, and bring rainfall to Tamil Nadu in winters. Our next factor is latitude. The Tropic of Cancer divides the Indian continent into two parts, the northern part and the southern part. The northern part lies in the temperate zone, whereas the southern part lies in the The northern part is a warm temperate subtropical climate. It gives cold winter season and hot summers. The southern part has a southern tropical climate zone which is warmer than north and does not have extreme winters. Next factor is the varied relief. Now relief is the land mass which is sometimes very low or sometimes it is very high. Where the land is low, there is no obstruction to these winds which change the climate. But where there are high mountains, there may be slight differences in the climatic conditions. For example, if we see the Western Ghats receive plenty rain as it is obstructing the southwest monsoon winds, whereas the Deccan Plateau is in the rain shadow region, so it gets less rainfall. Aravalli range is parallel to Western Ghat, so they do not stop these winds, hence Rajasthan remains dry. Here you can have a look at the Aravalli ranges which are parallel to the southwest monsoon winds. Hence this region is almost dry. Our next factor is altitude. Now decrease in 1 degree in height for 166 meter rise in height as temperature decreases as we move higher. Now as we move higher, you all must be knowing the temperature keeps on decreasing. That is why all hill stations which are there, they are cool because they are situated at a high altitude. Our next factor is the influence of surrounding seas. As you know, India is a peninsular region. It is surrounded by water bodies on all three sides. The water bodies provide a lot of moisture to the summer monsoons and bring heavy rainfall. India has a moderate climate due to the nearness of the sea. That means, of course, India gets heated up, but due to these seas, a lot of moisture content is there in the air, which makes it a moderate climate. Our next factor is the western disturbance. This western disturbance is caused due to the winds which blow from the western region. This is mainly the westerlies. What is westerly? Westerly is a wind blowing from the west. When the pressure belt shifts, the westerlies impact the climate of India and they bring rain and snow in Jammu and Kashmir. Our next factor is the jet streams. Jet streams are cold winds which blow very fast. They are formed in upper layers of the atmosphere. Now these can be divided into the westerly jet stream and the easterly jet streams. Westerly jet streams prevail over North Indian plains during the winter months, and easterlies are responsible for onsetting the tropical depression over India. Now, what do you mean by tropical depression? Tropical depression is a rapidly rotating storm characterized by a low pressure center, a closed atmospheric circulation, strong winds, and spiral arrangement of thunderstorms that produce heavy rain. Here you can see a picture of a tropical depression which is taken from a satellite. Our next factor is the distance from the sea. Now here we see that the interiors of India have extreme type of climate, that is the continental climate, whereas the coastal climates have equable or moderate climate. Now this is because of the effect of the land breeze and the sea breeze. Now next factor is the El Nino effect. El Nino is a warm ocean current. Now what do you mean by current? Current is a flow. Now this appears, it originates in the coast of Peru in southern America. Now during the month of December. Now this current increases the surface temperature of sea and affects the monsoon winds of the Indian Ocean. Thus, it causes a drought-like situation in the Indian subcontinent. Now we come to the topic monsoon and its mechanism. The monsoons are periodic and seasonal in nature. Right? They occur for a certain period and then another season, then another season. This way the seasons keep on changing. Now they occur due to the heating or cooling of land and sea. Now they are divided into the summer monsoon and the winter monsoon. Now in summer the land is heated and in winter it is the vice versa, the sea is heated. Now in summer the winds blow from the sea. As the sea is cooler, then it goes towards the land. And in winter the winds blow from the land. As the sea is heated, so winds are cooler in the land, so they move towards the sea. Now because of this, the high pressure belt is created in the summer monsoons, and in winters there is the low pressure belt created. Then in summer, because of the high pressure belt, they blow from the southwest, so they are known as the southwest monsoon winds. And here they blow from the northwest, yani ki they come from the north, so they are the northwest